Hello everybody and welcome back to another Dummies vs Noobs video. So, this video is going to be about a new update in Dummies vs Noobs called the 1.8 update. This update is gigantic and there's a lot of stuff that has either been added, nerfed, or buffed. So, I will be only looking at the most important stuff in my opinion. That is going to be the new bosses, some buffs and nerfs, and like a general difficulty increase. So, I hope you enjoy the video. Alright, the first thing we'll be looking at is our new bosses. So our first new boss is called Tempest. So Tempest has relatively high health with medium speed. Tempest is able to be shot and damaged by small arms, so pistols, rifles, snipers, or anything that just shoots bullets. On wave 3, either Tempest or Daedalus is chosen, so it is randomized in between those two. The Tempest comes in the appearance of a noob with a helmet, a backpack with an electrical arc on it, a gun which shoots arcs of electricity, and of course a giant name tag saying Tempest. So the Tempest has its gun which shoots arcs of electricity. It does quite a bit of damage, and it does have a quite high fire rate. So it can kill you really fast. So you shouldn't stay that close to it, but instead hide behind walls and peek from time to time to try and damage it as much as you can. This isn't the type of boss that you would rush up to and just like straight on try and kill it while you're right in front of it. That is not a good idea, so just stay as far as you can from it and, shoot from time to time as much as you can. I will be making more videos about the bosses, and I will be explaining more about them and giving more tips on how to get through them easier. And that will be in a later video. So our second boss is Prometheus. Prometheus is a noob with a flamethrower, or just like a fireball shooter. So the way that Prometheus attacks is by shooting kind of like fireballs, and then they create like a circle around the floor, and if you stay inside of that circle, you get constant damage. It's a small amount of damage, but it keeps on going, so it can build up over time and get really deadly. So, Prometheus's fireballs, if you take them straight on, I'm pretty sure they're one shot. And as you can see right there, there is the fire circle above me, which I didn't really notice. These fire circles, he shoots a lot of these fireballs, so they can be quite dangerous. You might want to have a medic with you if you have a person that doesn't really know how to like dodge these circles of fire. Like for example me, who just basically bought a medical bow. I was able to help my friend by shooting him with the medical bow and healing him. Prometheus is able to be only damaged, I think. Wait, no. Prometheus is able to be damaged by shooting his tank in the back, his gas tank, which he holds all of his fire in. You can just shoot him with small arms, but he does have 12,000 health, as you can see over here, which kind of changes. But he does have a really high amount of health, which can be quite annoying to try and grind through just by plainly shooting him. Also, as you just saw right there, if you get too close to Prometheus, he will have a flamethrower and just flamethrower you down. So you should stay nowhere really is safe for to avoid Prometheus. So you should basically just stay behind walls. That's a good idea, and keep on running around. Like I said, for Tempest, I will be making more videos about it and more tips on how to kill it easier. Okay, we are now at our third and final boss, which appears in Wave 9. His name is SPARTA. So, Sparta is, well, Sparta. He's equipped with a sword. I'm pretty sure, like a sword thing, and also a gun. So depending, no matter where you are, you will be in danger from Sparta. As you can see, there's his gun in action. He is quite fast too, and I'm pretty sure he can do that drop kick thing, or well, like charge thing, like the cloaker. So he is also very similar to the other boss, which appears in Wave 9, called Achilles. No matter where you are, you won't be safe, like Achilles. So Sparta is very dangerous, and you should usually take him on in groups to deal as much damage as you can in a short period of time, because you do not want him sitting there. You don't want him sitting there for the entire round while you're just trying to deal with other enemies. So he's definitely your first target to get rid of, because he's going to be very, very annoying. There isn't much to say about Sparta. All he is just very dangerous and something you do not want to be near. If you, like I said, just take him on in groups, hide behind walls, and run away if he's right there. If you're using the scout kit, like me, definitely get the exoskeleton for this job. And that is it for Sparta. Now that we have finished with the recently added bosses, I want to look at two new other things. One is a nerf and one is a difficulty increase. I want to talk about the buff in the exoskeleton, and also the obvious difficulty increase in all infantry. So let's first talk about the exoskeleton. As you can see right here, the exoskeleton has been buffed so that you can jump way higher and have a very high speed when you're using the exoskeleton. The exoskeleton is also quite powerful because the cooldown time is barely is barely even there. Like, you can't even notice it. It takes like a couple of seconds, or maybe just even 1 second, for the cooldown to finish, and then you can just, bounce away. If you do, it's also useful for crowd control. If there's like a large crowd you can run in. It's not as good as that anymore, because last time you had a slower walk speed, which allowed you to have more control over it. So it's not that good at it anymore, but it's still pretty good at it. It is also really nice to, like, in case there's an emergency, you can just basically bounce away, which I didn't do right there. So you can get like you can get across the map in one time of use of using the exoskeleton. Okay, now moving on to the next thing is the obvious difficulty increase in infantry and general enemies. So if you look at, I just died right here because of the increase of difficulty, which I haven't really noticed yet. The infantry have gotten way smarter, and especially just the casual infantry. They used to be very underpowered, I would say, and they were super easy to kill, especially in groups or in large amounts. Now they've gotten quite a lot, quite difficult. Let's say last time it would take you about 10 of them to be quite lethal, and that's where you have to kind of stay in a distance. But now it's more like 4. It's more like 4 now because the NPCs have just gotten, you know, smarter, better, you know, better damage and whatnot. And especially the shielders too, I've definitely noticed. Before they did like 3/4 of your health, but didn't fully kill you. But now, as if you go like point and blank, they do insta kill you. I learned that the hard way. So those are the three main things that I just wanted to outline in my first video about the new 1.8 update. So I hope you learned something about the new 1.8 update and what is new inside of the game. And well, have fun trying it out, and have a nice rest of the day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!